This is the DJI Ronin SC, an old, lightweight, but still very capable gimbal from DJI. It's a few years old now, released back in 2019, but it still does a great job of stabilizing little mirrorless cameras. It's cheap for a gimbal, coming in at just 300 quid or so, and it's lightweight. It's very capable, lightweight, quick and easy to move around with. It's the type of gimbal you want to bring out and do something where you need to be quick, nimble, flexible. I'm none of those things usually, but today I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to go out and do some running through the woods. I've brought a selection of different lenses with me, so we'll go through them and see what this Ronin SC is capable of with a big bloke running through the woods with it. I've brought a bag full of lenses with me, as you do when you're going for a run. I've got the Samyang 12mm fisheye lens. We'll use that first, but then we'll also run through these, the 16 to 35mm Sony Zeiss. We'll try that at 16mm, 24mm and 35mm. I've then also got the Sigma Art 50mm f1.4. This is a big old beast of a lens, a bit too big for the Ronin SC. It's a bit too heavy, but we'll stick that on and see how we get on. We can also use this at a 1.5 times crop with the Sony A7 III's APS-C mode. So that'll give us a 75mm equivalent on the Ronin SC. I've also brought a little stubby Samyang 24mm. This is a little cheap, lightweight 24mm prime. It'll be interesting to see how that compares to the 24mm of the bigger Sony Zeiss lens. Thinking being that it may be a lot more stable than this big old heavy beast on there. We'll see. And as a bit of a wild card, I've bought the Osmo Action 3. This is already super stable. It's one of the most ridiculously stable cameras I've ever seen, but we'll whack that on there as well and see what happens. Super stability and lightweight will mean that I'm running through the woods like a ninja. This is not a scientific, double-blind, placebo-controlled study. I'm just going to be going through these lenses, sticking them on, spending half an hour with each, trying to get some interesting shots. I'll put the footage up and it'll make it for a nice little test. First up, Samyang 12mm fisheye lens. The Samyang 12mm is a nice little short, stubby but fairly heavy wide angle fisheye lens. There's no in-lens stabilization on it, but we've got the in-body image stabilization turned on the Sony A7. Some people recommend you turn that off when using a gimbal. I don't quite understand that, so I leave it on. And we'll give this 12mm a go. That's pretty fun and tiring. Looks incredible. I did some normal running footage, that sort of head height. Did some lantern mode, which I've got as mode 3, which looks really good. Slow, or it looks slow because of the wide angle, eerie tree canopies, and then finished off with some low down, underslung, fast views along the ground like that, getting very close to stacking it. but with this wide angle lens pointed ever so slightly down, the ground rushing through, looks pretty incredible. Fantastic. Next up, 16 to 35mm. The 16 to 35mm is a great little lens. I have a few versions of it now. This is the Sony Zeiss f4 version. I bought this version to use on gimbals specifically, or gimbals and sliders, because it has the in-lens stabilization as well as the in-body stabilization and the Ronin itself. It does need rebalancing, unfortunately, so we'll do that, then we'll get some tests done at 16mm. Balances pretty well, it's on the edge of its limit. Let's give it a go. Fantastic. I've just been doing one of my favourite shots, which is using it in lantern mode, giving it a bit of stick input as you run for that spinning effect. Looks great when you're looking down, running along a path and the path is spinning. That drunken magic mushroom woodland spinning effect looks so good. You can also use it for shots like this, spinning around a tree. That should look pretty good. All kinds of things. This is how you should be doing exercise. None of that treadmill stuff. Get out in the woods with a gimbal. It's kind of a forearm workout as well. Really killing from holding it like that, lantern mode. All good fun. Next up, 35mm. Although on this lens, it's telescopic. So we have 16mm is out there and 35mm is back here. So the center of balance has moved back slightly. So I need to rebalance. $35mm. Brilliant. Good fun. And it looks fantastic. So good, in fact, that I'm not going to put the 24mm Samyang on. I think the 35 on this has been far better than I remembered from using it in the past. So I'm not going to bother putting that little 24mm Samyang on. Sorry, Samyang. They've been very good to me as well. Sent me a lens recently. Sorry about that. We're going to go straight to the 50mm. Alright, so we've taken the 16 to 35mm off. I've replaced it with the 50mm f1.4 from Sigma. This is a fantastic lens, but it's too big, too heavy, too long for the Ronin SC. So what I've done to trick the system a little bit, there's a riser plate that fixes to the camera, between the camera and the mount there. We've got rid of that. We've dropped one of the screws out and we'll go with just one screw, taking the lens support off. This will allow me to slide this plate a lot further back in the carrier. He says, don't try this at home. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional, trust me. Black tape and one screw camera rigs. So by doing so, this will allow the tilt to just about balance. This is the absolute maximum you're going to get in a Ronin SC. Even then it's not balancing. Try again. What you can do is buy some counterbalance weights, attach them to your camera somehow. That's no good. This is going to be a very boring video. It's not a balancing video. I'm going to balance this, come back to you when I'm ready to run. I am knackered. That's pretty awkward. There's not much room in it. It'll do lantern mode just about. It'll do normal mode just about, but there's not much clearance on the front and back. So if you have it this way, it catches on the front. And if you have it, get myself into a mess now. If you have it the other way, it catches on the top there. So it's a little bit awkward. But we'll set it up again. We'll stick it into APS-C mode and try the same at 75mm equivalent. No, cancel that. We won't be testing the APS-C mode on the 50mm because it's far too shaky even at 50mm. Due to the fact I think that it's got no in-lens stabilization. It's a lovely lens, it's a lovely photography lens, but no stabilization, and it's on a gimbal that is not rated for it. It's far too big, far too long, far too heavy, and it's just not right. It's past the performance level of the Ronin SC, which means the best lens by far is the good old trusty Sony Zeiss 16 to 35mm with its smaller size and inbuilt lens stabilization. The Samyang 12 was really good though. I really enjoy those shots with the rushing foreground, a real sense of speed. What we'll do now is the wild card. We'll stick the DJI Action, Osmo Action 3 on with its incredible digital stabilization onto a gimbal and run like a ninja through the woods on the way back to the car. I'll leave you with that footage.